right, Melody. As you know, I'm working on a papers on Aspergers for my college course, and I thought it would be really interesting to interview you and hear your perspective as someone with a diagnosis of Aspergers, and just hear a little bit about Aspergers from your perspective, because it's very different from the rest of us who just, read about it. And maybe there's a family out there who has a recent diagnosis of a family member, and maybe it will help them too. So I thought we'd just videotape it as we went.
Okay.
And so I just have 6 short questions for you, and just feel free to, just answer them from your heart, and if there's something you want to pass on, then, just feel free to pass.
Okay.
All right, so tell us how old you are.
I'm 24.
24. And tell us, the first question is, tell us, what does Asperger's mean to you, like, in your own words?
Well, as a child, I thought it meant like I was a lump on a log and as dumb as a post. I couldn't do anything. But as I got older, I came to the realization that it means that you are living with difficulties that other people that don't have autism or whatever may not get. And so, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a little bit different than the average person who doesn't have a diagnosis, but...
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but you have learned to do so many things. In what ways has Asperger's held you back?
Well, in school a lot, I didn't understand multiplication and the periodic tables. And I'm sure a lot of smart Asperger's people can be like, oh, the square root of 100 is like, but I would be like, oh, I don't understand that. That's frustrating to me that I don't get that. And I was good at math. I can add and subtract, but multiplication otherwise, or the periodic table that the smart sciencey people know, I don't know that, so it's partly what's holding me back.
I think there's plenty of us who don't have Asperger's who have a hard time with those things as well. That's very true. Okay, here's the next question.
Okay.
Can you name something that you didn't think you'd be able to do that you have been able to accomplish?
Well, I'm not a very good artist, but when I was a little girl, I used to watch this TV show called Powerpuff Girls. Loved that, watching it all the time as a little kid. And I focused in particular on this one character, Blossom, who's the leader of all the girls. And I was just a creepy kid close to the television, like, okay, that's her head. And I was visually looking at every single detail. And first try, I got it, and it looked like something from the TV show.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And let's see. Are there ways that understanding your diagnosis has helped you to overcome some of those fears, such as writing or drawing or...
Oh, yeah.
What about, like if you were having a hard time with something and you knew that it was because of your diagnosis, it made it trickier. What's something that you could tell someone who doesn't even know? Like, if you're struggling with something, say at work, what's something you could tell them?
Oh, well, if you're struggling with something, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because if you're struggling with something and you try to do it yourself, you're not going to get it right because you did it by yourself and you never asked for help. Now, I'm not saying you're stupid, but it's just always good to ask for help. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, I ask my mom and dad all the time, like, okay, what should I do in this situation? And sometimes it's not even because of the Asperger's. They know a lot more than me, and so I ask them Asperger's-related questions and just life lesson questions. And so just never be afraid to ask for help from people who genuinely care about you, and you'll be able to understand more.
Oh, good. That's good advice.
Yeah.
How about, can you tell us about your family, and are they very understanding of your diagnosis?
Absolutely. Like I said before, my mom, the doctors already told my mom and dad, this is what your daughter has, and because of that, when I was a little girl, I was kind of leery of telling them at first because I was like, oh, well, they may not understand and they may think I'm weird, but they were like, no, sweetie, we want to help you, but we can't help you unless you want us to help you. And I know that there's some Asperger's and autism kids out there that are like, well, I'm a little leery of going to my parents for help, and No, you'll build a more stronger relationship if you ask for the help because they genuinely care and love you. And I've gotten a stronger relationship with my mom and dad, and they're my friends because of it.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
How about, tell us some of the things that are the most special to you or things you just enjoy doing.
Well, during my spare time, I actually just got done writing a book, not published, but sometimes I like to sing and listen to music, and when I was in high school, I was in drama. I love to act, and I love to go out with my family and spend time with them and go to church. That's the most important thing, and I am in love with voice acting. Even though I'm not a voice actor, it fascinates me. It's my second passion, and it looks like so much fun. And the one thing I love about it is it's less judgmental. You don't have to be tall enough or blonde enough or pretty enough or skinny enough. It's about bringing the words and the story alive with your voice. And I just adore that more than anything.
And can you tell us some of your favorite voice actors?
Absolutely.
Or actors?
Absolutely. I've just discovered Vic Mignogna, and woo, he's amazing. I'm a Risible Ranger. And Caitlin Glass, and 4 people that are actually near and dear to my heart. Ashley Eckstein, James Arnold Taylor, Catherine Tabor, and she's not a voice actor, but I think she's amazing. She's amazingly good. Her name is Concetta Parker.
And what is, can you show us a little bit of what you can do? Like, how about Bubbles? Can you?
Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Tara Strong is another one of my favorite voice actors, and I just listened to her one time playing Bubbles, and I'm like, okay, that's where that range is, so if I go like this range, that's where she would be to play Bubbles.
Thank you, Melody. And I can say as your aunt that I really enjoyed getting to know you, and it's been really fun to watch you grow and mature, and it's just so amazing to me how strong you are. You really inspire me because first of all, you're just one of the most compassionate people I know, and you're so very understanding, and it seems that your struggles have helped you to recognize you're really quick to see when someone else is struggling and to find ways to help them, and I just love that about you because it's neat to see how much you've grown and things that you've learned from your own diagnosis, and you don't just give up and say, oh, I have Asperger's, I can't do that. You just learn to try and try again on things that you really want to do and things that you're passionate about, and I really appreciate that about you.
Yeah, and absolutely. Before we end it, I'd like to say to all the people watching this, if you're dealing with Asperger's or autism, let me honestly tell you, you're not alone, and it's okay to ask for help, and don't let that stop you from doing what you love. And go to your family, and they really love you and care for you. So you're not alone.
Thank you, Melody. And maybe there's someone out there today who is struggling with a new diagnosis or maybe an old diagnosis, and it's something they're just, it's hard to understand, and it takes years to mature and fully understand what you can really do and that you can still achieve so much. So thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Right. Bye.